Hello guys and welcome to Sando TV channel. Today I'm gonna show you the perfect skills for summoners, and also I will share my stats since I had a request from one of the Twitch followers, and also on my previous video which is about PvP, how much summoner can do damage. So I prefer to gather all the information that I have about my experience with summoner and then give it to you guys. So I will share, because I tend to change most of the times my skills. That's why I wanted to take time, and then I can share with you my the perfect skills that I found suitable for my playstyle, and it might be helpful for you guys also. So let's get started. So we will talk of course about the PvP skills. We need to go to fighters theory, and then I'll show you all the skills and explain one by one. Alright guys, let's get started. So we're gonna start by Spirit Rush. Spirit Rush is one of the best skills for knockback, and it has a big AoE attack, which is very useful for when you are against a lot of enemies. So we're gonna start by the sub skills, which is I'm using Storming Gallop. This one is very good because you have 15% increase of critical damage, which is very good, and then also you have the probability of having some CC effect, which is the lightning effect, and then it can be very useful when the enemy have like a little bit of HP left, and then it can kill him straight away. So here also I'm gonna show you what are the best one, which is Find Weakness. Find Weakness, I'm using it often. Why? Because Destroyer, Lance Master, and the Holy Knight, they tend to have these immunity skills, and then it's very useful against them. You can guarantee that you can deal a lot of damage if they are immune to your skills, and that's very helpful. Why I'm not using Shattering Gallop? Because Shattering Gallop is whenever you knock back the enemy, of course he will use his stand skill, and then he will be away from the shattering damage. That's why I'm not using. I found it very useless, so I prefer to have critical against some few damage. Next will be Train of Destruction. Of course, when you have a big AoE damage, you can target a lot of enemies. So this one will be very useful against many enemies. That's why I prefer to use Train of Destruction. Let's go back to the second skill, which is Poru. So Poru, it's a very useful summon. It can be a game changer. If you watch my previous YouTube videos and also my Twitch, you will see how useful he is. You can control it, like you can use his explosion damage on perfect timing, and then it can save your life. So what I use often is you have at least some power. As long as you have power, at least you can deal a lot of damage, and then if you have it with some CC damage, CC burn damage, this one also is good. Since you're not going to have him for a long time, use it often just to use his explosion skill, which is this one, Fire Requiem, and then it is a hell of a lot of damage, 667 damage of so which is gonna deal at least 20k or 60k, and then it can be a game changer. And then it has a knockback effect, which is perfect. That's why I'm using these skills. And for the next one, which is another summon, it's Carnivorous Lily. Carnivore Lily, it's again, I use it for offense, which is 30% more damage. Even though you sacrifice some mana, at least you have a lot of damage. And also I prefer to have Ice Seed. It can be a lifesaver when someone is following you. You can use it, you make him very slow, and then you can run away or prepare for another skills. Next will be Elite Summon. Most of the time people, they are using Mass Summon, but why I'm using Elite Summon? Elite Summon have 40% range. 40% range. It might look very low, but it's really good. At least you can target the enemy which is very far away, and then you can again deal 300% more damage, which is very good. Why I'm not using this one? This one you can of course have 3 of the Carnivorous Lily, but it's have very low range, so you will not even try to slow down the enemy. It's gonna be very slow, and then it will be, at least it's worthless. To tell you the truth, it's worthless. If it's not targeting the enemy, why should I use this skill? So next we're gonna go to my next favorite skill, which is, I think this is the best skill. It's Winged Spirit. If you are not using this skill, you are missing a lot of things, guys. This one have long range, of course according to the substats. I will explain. This one I prefer to have the cooldown to be very less, so we can cast the skill as fast as possible. Wide attack 25% would look very less, but guys, trust me, it's a game changer. Just this 25% can have a big effect of the skills, and then you can target the enemy even if he's very far. And lastly, I have this one, which is the damage is increased by 30% and critical damage 100%. This one is perfect, guys, to deal a lot of damage. If you are looking for a lot of damage, this one, trust me, deals a lot of damage. And plus, when you are using this skill, the enemy cannot move. You cannot move, and you let your team members to do their attacks. So this one, I mostly, if you see my videos, you will see that whenever the enemy is running away or something, you can target him from so far away, guys, and then you can finish him. So this is I think the best skills for some. And I forgot, guys, to mention it does have stagger immunity, which is so good. When someone tries to stagger you, you are immune to it, so it cannot stop you from using your skill. So next guy is gonna be Shatter Earth. Shatter Earth, I tried mostly all of these sub skills, but the perfect one, of course, is Shattering Glacier. Shattering Glacier is so useful. It can save your life when you are surrounded by a lot of enemies, and of course if you have it with Tenacity, which is very good against knockback, so it will be perfect for you to freeze and then use your counter attack. I mostly use it when I have my I'm trying to let the enemy come closer to me, and then I freeze it, and then after that I mix it with my Phoenix attack, which is a set skill, and it is super useful. It does a lot of damage. And of course, as long as you have a big range of this attack, as long as you can freeze as much enemy as possible. So trust me, guys, if you have it on Shattering Glacier, you can mix it or have a combo of your Phoenix attack, and trust me, you can do a lot of damage. Next will be Electric Storm. Electric Storm, I think most of the YouTuber of Twitch gamer, they don't use this one. Electric Storm is one of the best skills, but the drawback is it have a lot of casting time, so you need to use it exactly on the perfect timing. So Electric Storm, it can deal a lot of damage, trust me, guys, like you are using Ancient Spear, but again, it can also follow the enemy, of course, if you are using the proper substats. So this one, for me, I'm using this one, which is allow you to have only 20% casting speed. I mean, you have it less 20% casting speed, which is very useful. Then I have Vital Attack, which deals more damage, 50% damage over mana, and also Guided Storm, which is the perfect one to target the enemy. So you just cast the skill and you let the Electric Storm follow the enemy, and this one also can be useful against the invisibility of Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes can be invincible, even though this skill can follow the Hawkeye while he's using his invincibility, and you can target his location and then cast another skill and kick his ass. So let's go to the last skill, which is Rains of Blessing. Rains of Blessing is a lifesaver. I'm using it on Focus Energy because it's useful to have it, and then you can counter-attack with your Z skills, and also I'm using Enhanced Shield. It can be a lifesaver if you are surrounded by a lot of enemies. And then the trick to this is Resonance. Resonance allow you to stun the enemy once they break your shield. So it's a guaranteed stun, and then you will have time to run away, and then you can counter-attack with some other skills. And lastly is gonna be the V skill, which is Calcium. Calcium is super useful when you are using him when you are surrounded also by enemies, he can be a lifesaver. And also it does a lot of damage. Trust me, it does a lot of damage, especially if your specialty is very high. It can deal like over 20k with his tender attack. And for the Z skill, guys, this one, Phoenix, don't use any of the other V skills. Phoenix is like the best skills, and I'm surprised it has only 5 orbs of wisdom to use, only 5 orbs. And then it has everything that you need. It has the range attack, it has the CC burn attack, and also it has the knockback. It has everything. And of course, while you are using it, you cannot be interrupted by knockbacks, which is so crazy, guys, which is so crazy. Trust me, Phoenix is one of the best skills that someone can use. And so I think that's it. I forgot to mention, guys, about my stats. So for my stats, I tend to use before 500 of agility and then 350 specialty and 400 critical. But I had one issue, which is mana issue. If you have your cooldown decreased so much, you wouldn't have enough mana to use your skills. So what I found the best for my skills is when I switch to 200 agility, specialty 650 and 400. Trust me, when you have 650 specialty, you deal a lot of damage, especially when you are using Phoenix and also your V skill. That's a lot of damage. And then of course on PvP purpose, you need to do as much as possible damage, and then you need to save yourself by using Shattering Earth, or I forgot to mention a released wheel. And also you can have your V skills charged fast by using Rains of Blessing. So trust me, if you have those, it's very useful, guys, for you, and you can be on the top PvP list. I hope that you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe and check out my Twitch channel, which is Sandu TV Gaming, and also my previous video PvP, which is a fun video. And see you for the next video. Peace out.